Trey Inks live for us in the Middle East tonight. Thank you, Trey. Joining me now is House Homeland Security Committee member Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey and former State Department spokesperson and senior advisor to the Scowcroft Center, Morgan Ortegas. Thank you both for joining us. Congressman, I will start with you. How did we get to this point in Afghanistan?
My God, it is one of the darkest, most embarrassing days we've had in our country, and it's a tremendous embarrassment for the Biden administration. You know, every day I wake up as a congressman, just as you did as a senator, and you wonder what's going to be next. But with this administration, it's failure after failure after failure. Honest to God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am. It literally is time for this president to resign. It is time for this vice president to resign. It is time for the Senate president and our speaker to resign. We need new people, even new Democrats, hopefully, that are moderates. We can't keep doing this. It's only been about 7 months, and this is the worst of all. This is the real topper. I mean, people that we trusted and worked with there are going to be killed. They're going to be tortured. They're going to be hurt. Women are going to be raped. People are going to be beheaded. This was not an exit strategy that made any sense. And in no way, it should have been a conditional exit strategy. In no way should this have been done. And let me just top it by this. The president promised us that this wouldn't happen. Promised that it wouldn't be like Vietnam. Promised that there wouldn't be people trying to literally be taken away off the top of our embassy. And literally just his words a short period of time ago, and not one word made sense. None of it was right. We can't keep doing this. We've got to but we have to be the America we've always known and always loved. This is not that America.
Morgan, there were plenty of Republicans that also wanted to withdraw from Afghanistan. So for those Republicans that thought that was a good idea, was the explanation that the mission was accomplished, the mission was failed, or we just abandoned the mission?
That's a really good point, Trey. And I think what we're looking at happening here, if we look and say, you know, if you wanted to leave Afghanistan or if you wanted to stay with a small presence, we could have that policy debate all day. But the one thing that confounds me is the lack of planning, the lack of execution by this administration in withdrawing these forces. General Jack Keane has talked about the fact that why do we decide to do this during the height of fighting season? Why do we seemingly have why do we seemingly have no plan in place for tens of thousands of people, tens of thousands, who helped us over the last 20 years? I'm also hearing reports that we even have some dual citizens, some American citizens, who are potentially still there. It looks chaotic. It looks mismanaged. And the thing that's concerning to me is that this administration seems caught by surprise. Let's go back to the Thursday briefings and the Friday briefings from the White House, from the State Department, from the Department of Defense. They all told us that no evacuation was happening. They either lied about what's happened, that they didn't know what's happening this weekend, or they're just totally caught off guard, and they shouldn't be, because as the congressman knows from the committees that he sits on, and Trey, from the committees that you used to sit on, you know that you are briefed by the intelligence community. They're not giving one intel package to the president and a different intel package to Congress. So we need answers. We need to know why they are caught off guard. We need to know why this was so ill prepared. We need to know why we have tens of thousands potentially of people who helped us, who are sitting there, sitting ducks to be annihilated by the Taliban.
Congressman, we've only got a little bit of time, but do we know how the Republican withdrawal plan would have been different? I think President Trump actually had an expedited withdrawal plan, not even waiting till September 11th. How would it be different if there were a Republican president?
Oh, believe me, it would have been different, because the difference is you can withdraw, but you have to make sure that you're connected with what's going on the ground, that you have the proper intelligence, none of which this administration obviously had. And third of all, you have to make it extremely clear to the Taliban, if they do anything that is in any way going to harm the world around them, basically, that they are going to be, the rain of hell is going to come down on them, that they are not going to get away with that. Yeah. You cannot deal with people.
And instead, we're begging the Taliban.
I know it. We're dealing out of weakness. We're begging them, please leave our people alone. You can't do that. You need to have a strong America, a strong military, and deal with them in a way that makes sense. We never would have done this.
Thank you, Congressman. Thank you, Morgan. I look forward to having you back. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday night. My next guest is well versed on the issue of Afghanistan.